Happy 4th for we dey na the great United States. Not so? What you sabi America for? Land of the free, home of the brave. We dey dream for say one day Salone no go just talk them words then dey, but you go team up param. Freedom, unity, justice. Not to for just talk no more, but we go team up param. Even the America self not perfect 100%, but me and you sabi we there. Not to so? I say land of opportunities. The American dream. Then get all the different slogan there. We say Mama Salone, Sweet Salone. Who say forget to you? 247 years where America don't team up by himself. You know, compared to waiting 62, 63 years, 62 years, we Salone don't team up by himself. Who they come small. At least we all try for make a mark. For say tomorrow, whether they talk about Salone in better one, and go they say, you know, remember, so and so person. Now they all make delicate day today. We they enjoy this. It's a comment say. Canada na 156. Alright. Civil society organization in a Salone. Go tell President Bio, thank you for we don't win back. Then go rub skin, then go rack bala with President Bio today. Brother, sister, the one we talk for them see, they self want ministerial position. But they are waiting at the work of civil society. Civil society in work now like a mediator between waiting we want and waiting the government wants. Between the government and the people. Now civil society work that day. Now I mean, civil society for specialized by one thing. Forget who that they pan. Then get self deliveries na Salone, human rights, education, everything. Even for teen tranga self. Civil society for the certain civil society then na Salone, what you call the name, you know it's in they talk for. Because now they didn't specialize on. Then for study, then for know waiting then they talk about. Now then they mediate for we. Because then they feel the triangle so they feel. Now make us think he say feel you mon abou. In all time. In the petroleum regulation body, then get God go and go tell and say no sabi the Platts price, then get the word out and they talk. We come by human rights, you get the civil society them. We come by education, you get them. But wait to how now they say they want portfolio, they self they sabio. Well, let President Smio not forget the leg give them job. How we your mediator? I don't understand though. Gina Sama say we go call them minister of between government and the people. Ewa tike kaba. You don't know na di cookout. What did they do? I was shocked-alized. Why, Yeri? Civil society. With all the praises, the first one that don't lavish pa President Bio today. Bio them be the sweet in President Bio for like give the work. Yeah, baby, the sweet in there. Or them be the sweet in President Bio. Now they be the sweet in her. For say they want them with the from this civil society business right now. They don't understand. They don't understand waiting at them work. Now so you feel, or is it that na the label business? Now the label business now don't confuse them. Say themselves want be politician. You can't be politician and be civil society. Why civil society for the hide the job of a politician? Now that side the first I want to understand. Why a mediator? Why somebody wait for the talk to the government for we? Somebody over come to Ubaka say, we don't tell them on our show. Why they want for be a politician now? Well, na saloon. Yes. Na saloon. Anything can happen. We don't suicide journalists they turn politician anyway. Say, now me call to tribulate like believe this. President Begi and job just no. Couche. Oh. Abbas Jalo left. Abbas Jalo left. Abbas Jalo say we work for positive for expect reward. So now in this show clearly for the CSOs them. But when we say they don't say America, European Union, and UK don't lock the pump. When I make United States don't say, they don't pull release. I will carry that safe now because it's Alex CSO man. America say the name they play too much as alone. See they say then clarify that say Me have to say it's in a brown envelope. My bit Tiara, he said they're not to civil society. Then angry belly left. Omar say politics don't seem to be the quick way for bring money. For them possibly gentleman. So all man they eager for jump inside the boat or the boat go capsize. Mama can't say they ask what so okay, Salon not an isolated country. We serve na part of the globe, a part of this world. But they are also again at the world. We don't see civil society get ministerial position. Well, Salon they seek for one. Salon they seek for one. But why though? Why? Why we civil society them? For forget their role. Instead, they self one be politician by we. It look like say the politics don't sweet. They just like teachers them. They see some of them company them. No go turn politician. Begin drive big motoka. Begin pull belly like me well. Then self one be politician. Eh? Junior Shama say na national cake. So then self one bet. This is sorry. Now, who that we go expect now for plead on we behalf? Eh? Mark say, why make up for ask that kind of question then this say? Then them the way they call so not to them all. Me have to say well let them give them the APC seats in the parliament. Since APC say they don't mix by governance again. So let them give them dandy. America say the American embassy in a saloon. They say people in the talk see then talk something about the election. Governments of the United States of America and the U.S. Embassy in Afitong will not endorse the recently announced presidential poll results. Then say na so people and they go and talk. Say they no go endorse President Bio as the winner of the election. Let me say they no issue no statement for say they no endorse President Bio. They no issue no statement for say they discredit the results. Yeah. They say they no issue statement say they no believe what think on SEO, they no talk so. Alright. Let's go inside this small you understand what they say. Eh? The incumbent President Julius Maada Bio of the ruling Sierra Leone People's Party was declared winner of the controversial polls. The country national returning officer, Mohamed Kone, on Tuesday, June 27th, announced President Bio as the winner of the election. And he been defeats his closest contender for the second time. We be able to get 56.17% and left the main opposition party, Dr. Samoa, will get 41.16% of the vote. Shortly after the declaration, some presidents then be sent congratulatory message to President Bio. This na Dubawa na they explain so ya, fact checking. Dubawa. On the contrary, congratulatory message from opposition political parties in the country have not been forthcoming. Even the main party for the opposition, when APC, don't denounce President Bio in re-election and then call him a stolen victory. However, Alfredo don't congratulate President Bio. Sabuda na Alfredo na yusabi. Dubawa, so na wango. Okay, then just let me say I thought about and say false. Neither the U.S. Embassy nor the government of the United States has issued any statement discrediting the result of 24th June 2023. Now Dubawa, America can just say no issue. So Dubawa, I be the dig now small. I don't command itself. Look unto the CSO then. We will let president be give them job. If the civil society they don't lost track, if civil society them they don't lost track, in a manner we then save one for be politician, what thing get for happen? Do we need to create a little bit of training so that they understand what's in their job? But I think EUB don't do that too. Not too long ago, there was a sponsored program where they train some, then they give some money because they want to follow their money, but they be defend a local partner they for work with. So I don't know, but it just start like waiting and call blogging right now in a saloon. All of man just they got copy and paste and say then a blogger. Yes. So I don't know if now the same thing don't they happen to the civil society there now. Where before man make he say in the advocates. Before they mean an advocate to the advocate for them picking there, with the advocates for this, with the advocates for that. For say they don't really understand the job where they get. Yes, civil society need finance. Civil society definitely they need finance. Then get for the right project. They make you for specialized person team. Ain't not cheapo. And even today, the ex-president will forgive them Mutuka. I tell. Yes. They say themselves want, you know, expect themselves want Mutuka. You know, say for saloon and Mutuka, institution and a saloon. Mutuka. I don't know. But I think maybe today you don't be watching. You don't be watching. But come Rabbi Kamara, now the Secretary General for the civil society, na the North. Now the Secretary General for the civil society then at the North. Now they make talk on the civil society then behalf today. Then go find presidents bill. Then be get for identify them from all region representative them now they send. So if I say institution and Mutukana Salon na 8 and 9. Yes. And the saddest part, I don't know, na Saturday I don't keep down the phone. Na Saturday I don't keep on for the real accidents that happen. Right now na salon. The bike them, motoka them. But go camp down the We even supposed to forget civil society them for safety. For safety, we forget civil society. They were responsible for that. We go look inside this accidental number and see how they go plead to the government, how they go cancel we back. For can't teach you how to use the road. How Bokutin and the one they count fake parts in the country. You go say, Tribule. Who gets ministry for that too? Who they talk for we? Where accidents they kill we, or the ministry they make like saying they don't understand. They hand over for verifying a proper parts they can't size alone. Where you go na shop for go buy? Then they show you. Then they show you say this part na in that too, that part na in that. Brake fluid na salon. Ask them. Me I always get I dey go to me own. Because the one na salon where they sell and then shop them. We don't want it the boss. Is that not a major concern? Not a major concern, Andy. Because they say a break fail and they say they break they not sober. But what if na the hits? Na numbers. Even the mechanic then and they tell you. Me garage na me house. I did the chemical. Where say where the brake fluid pull and the first thing they call, this is the real one. This is not except that one here. That one then the way don't want it a boss. But then still they can't go inside salon. They still they sell them. People and still they die. Il s'habille assez bien clair, Ferido. J'ai des dans Ferido am. Hey, Papa God. You get certain stores them we get good product. Yes. But now you the person, now you go after that one day. If you expect the mechanic, me too, even the oil change, me I go to me oil. I just been this and just I'm not saying in a civil society, but I tell you about the safety. We the accidents. Yeah? The safety. We get for go the extra mile just for be safe. How long by that? How long? Me I get all kind spanner. All kind I get. Yeah? I get Mutka right now for changing plug. My dear. The plug, the kind of plug for change and this and that, blah blah blah. Me I don't buy her. I dey go to her. Now before me the changer. I dey go to coolant. Even the windshield wiper. Me. Okay. Me I dey go to me own. Now so if I be no. But because of safety. And we get civil society there. We for responsible for that. For mediate go tell government say, the whole thing may be so correct. So, sir, we need to look A, B, and C. Now they work. But no. Before that, one now let President be hired, they let give them portfolio. How we don't do now? Eh? How? We get standard bureau. We get an salon. But how effective it is? If standard bureau no they see, just in this part of safety where they kill we people them. Just like that. Billy Bond say spark plug and oil change. Now something way somebody will do for himself. That is true though. But people, I ain't got time for that. They can't do an abuse. Because I want to see. They say, me I get all thing, just come. They'll filter the oil itself, you drain and done. Before you marry, done. You don't go back after your business. But I will say then change him. It's you said that they change the key. Shock. Yeah. Hey, Papa God. And the land will love you. And we discuss today about civil society abandoning their job for be politician. Then say don't they look for go political. So would I go talk for we now? Well, I Hollande. Fumble. I don't Hollande. I need for bringing Kum Rabbi. Kamara. When are the SecGen or the civil society then at the north? Let you today as it deliver the message to President Bill. Billy Bond says, bra, and go left something deliberately for Paul Lucas. My being he just fast this thing and can go represent. I must say, well, wait to Tripoli. Well, what if then they report the matter to the government officials then, and the government officials then go collect brown envelope from them vendors there? What you go expect? Junior Shama said that much business slow left and for another day. Okay, well, let we come Rabbi from the north, SecGen. And you forget for Susa President Bio the team up. Now they imbo. Me might be so hyped that President Bio you podium. Now they imbo go team up for talk. But anyway, you don't understand. And he was corrected. Now listen now.
Individually, so they agree say make them get somebody for talk on behalf of them. When the Secretary General for Civil Society Organization from the Northern Region, when Alassane come by Kamara, when they can talk on behalf of them for tell me what to make the day and see them. This way, sir.
Thank you very much. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Dr. Julius Madabio, were able to articulate an immaculate Vice President, Cabinet Ministers, more especially the Chief Minister. To me, I want to say is the capo of this particular operation of His Excellency Kola. He's the Chief Regalia supporting the President. So he's the capo of your government. So that's the capo. Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, civil society across the country, standing here today on your behalf, I am Komoba Lusain Kamara, Secretary General for Civil Society Movement and Coalition, Northern Region. I'm here to deliver a message to His Excellency the President, Elias Tokando of the Emeritus. Congratulations, His Excellency. As civil society body, it is of an essence for us to come forward and congratulate you. If it happens for the traditional leaders, why not the civil society? And in governance, for governance to develop and operate in a successful manner, there must be an inclusiveness. And that inclusivity is what we are coming to demonstrate here today. We congratulate you, we congratulate His Excellency for a resounding victory. We congratulate him not just because we therefore just make things, we just build fine, but we are making things to become real. And he's a true winner of the just concluded election. His Excellency, for thank you as civil society, not to magic, and not to by favor, but you deserve them from us. Because you play a role where you ensure civil society actively participate in the past previous of your 5 years governance operation. So on that regard, we want to thank you. And you lieutenants, the lieutenants, you know the king in the 18th and the 19th century of the Temne clan of this country. They say the king will get the couples, and those couples we are the ministers who call them one Kapagogo, the minister of agriculture, Kapaguma, the minister of finance, and he is the former minister of finance, but today is the pago to the president. So we want to tell that. Moving forward, also, we want to tell thank you to ECSL Sierra Leone, previously called NEC, but now Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. They don't do a tremendous work, hectic, looking at the land topography of this country. They ensure and make sure that civil society across the country are accredited to monitor the elections. So every corner, every polling station, every polling center gets the presence of civil society for monitor the election. Now, His Excellency, if you recall, we get less crime and less confusion and catastrophe in the polling station and polling center. Because the people that hear the voice of the people. And the voice of the people is the voice of those seated here. For us in the northern region, the least village, Bukami in Konemaga, you know, His Excellency visit me. We want to tell him plenty thank you. The first president in the Republic of Sierra Leone, he doing campaign and he ensure he reach out to all communities and villages in this country and teach them. That's an excellent role model. We applaud you for that, sir. Because taking governance of the people is what is key, as once said by the former president of America. He said, the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. If it is for the people, meet them and dialogue with them. Naime Gwamikuma become the great ruler of Africa. He go to China, he asked the president of China, what he wants to do for the people? He said, when you go home, do what your people want you to do. Sit with them, cry with them, live with them, eat with them, perhaps die with them. Today, he don't demonstrate that. He said, talk and take the government to the people. We want to change plenty. The security sector. Honestly, sir, I don't want to be hypocrite here. I want to congratulate the security apparatus, ranging from the Office of National Security, when they regulate security issues at district level, regional level, and as well national level. The ONS officers assigned to the various districts, they'll be there on top of the situation for ensure that all security apparatus, they work in harmony. And we see prison officers also serve as security officers to police station. We see fire force officers, we see police officers, we see the ONS, we see other players, and we get less crime to this particular election. But you are a role model. We're not here for just campaigning you, but honestly speaking, you are a God-sent leader, and that we must tell you. Because His Excellency, now His Excellency the visit Gambia, I go to local, I go carry there. He allow every common man for meter, and he don't do it. For Gambia example, His Excellency don't visit Gambia more than every other district across the country. Over 5 times. And what some people they do before now, previously other presidents. Then they go lodge in their hotel, they just count 551 them. But he say no. You go to Gambia as an example. You go lodge to His Excellency Ambassador of Gambia. He goes study there. He make the people them live with her. And that kind of thing where you don't create that kind of breed. You don't create that kind of thing where they make people they fear you. You don't create that kind of gap. We want to tell you thank you as civil society and we pray for let God continue to guide and protect you. His Excellency, if every other group of civil society the boast of monitoring the past elections, this number of civil society which you don't have so employ and deploy the largest number of civil society observers across the country. Their data. A saying by Kenneth Kaunda, it is not what a man does that determines whether his work is sacred or secular, but why he does it. His Excellency, your free quality education will impact a lot of Sierra Leone. A case study carried a district, Sadama Golonto, Gogodo, in Sadama Golonto, Go Bukami, Kufu. His Excellency, go there, go look at their place there. Now that's Nakambia. If you go down Tambaka TV, you could look their place there, they deploy it. And most of the schools they don't approve today in this country. And many teachers are on board. And beginning made a talk that the schools there, His Excellency. So the cry where people that they say the system of His Excellency not work, civil society will say you are talk and do, not only in torso, but in reality performance and tangibility. When they see the reality. His Excellency, sir. His Excellency, sir. His Excellency, sir. Another need for strengthening civil society across the country is because we are the ears and the eyes of government. With all its establishment and paraphernalia, government cannot see everywhere in far distance. This makes our work pivotal and instrumental. In fact, we go everywhere to see to it that deliverables meet the targeted group or persons. Our agency knocks doors, windows, sometimes to the dismay and discomfort of others. In some cases, they view us as enemies of progress. But we are, because we stand to promote inclusivity, gender equality, as you don't enact the gender empowerment bill. At this time, we get about 70 to 80% of women in representation. That first in history, from 1961, when Sierra Leone was established. Even at the time where Sierra Leone, 1961, when Sierra Leone became independent country, we will not be getting that kind of opportunity. Today, the women are on board. The women then get their own representation. His Excellency, they can receive more problems and issues down at the village of Yeliboya Island, Quantimo Island, Kibaka, in Mopotolo. So these are the things. The reality is, when people perform, we forgive them appraisal. And we know the answer for can miraculously catapult you into Usa Inodi. But we're there for defying your true service to humanity and society. His Excellency, sir, let me hasten to inform you that if there is popular involvement of civil society in governance programs and activities, there is little or no room for suspicion. And we call on your governance this time, civil society, not for just invite we for law we camp a meeting and say civil society they're there. Not for also put we on board. But we want portfolio position where civil society we call on portfolio position. His Excellency, sir, it will surprise you to know that in the civil society arena of Sierra Leone, we have academic doctors, we have engineers, we have the legal advisors, we have people who are accountants, agriculturists, to name but few. His Excellency, if we make use of those ones, in civil society appointed to a portfolio in governance, then you can see the reality of operation. Before now, we attempt to be evil society, but we want to assure you, with your coming, you change that narrative, and we want to say, before it is a parochial thinking, and that's my openness. You come and wipe out, and bring on board. We thank you, sir. Please, sir, His Excellency and the Vice President, Honorable Vice President, Chief Minister, we now note this. It is very much disheartening. They are a particular community. Say civil society. Sometimes even the Oxfam self, but they don't economic passport. So this is not a problem, and we are qualified for the task. Myself standing here, I'm a graduate with BSc in Human Resource Management. I get HCC, secondary school, I get BSc. But His Excellency, for the past years, honestly speaking, the Honorable Vice President Wesidom, I don't meet with her, and I don't present a position paper on the civil society movement of the North America. And he said, we talker. He said, no, there is a need. Civil society will not just left by this talk. He said, we will not come in governance. And we want to let that become practical. And because this governance is a practicality government, and it's a government where they put things in real place. And we are here today. His Excellency, we position paper. It's not just a mere fiasco. If I fail to inform you that there is an array of issues disturbing the smooth running of civil society in Sierra Leone. The funding is self-power, no easy. Office space, no easy. Civil society, no get mobility. I need to go checkmate the CNIA council will get fleet of cars. We want empowerment. Empowerment cannot only lie on the women, but let it be a universal empowerment. But it can be when everybody comes on board. And His Excellency, we are informed in the books that every successful man, there must be a very strong woman. And your wife, I want to emphasize with the correct adjective, your beautiful wife. Hey, your beautiful wife, Her Excellency Madam Fatima Bio. She is a role model. She is a woman of exemplary character. She is a woman who can make the impossible become possible. So therefore, His Excellency, we will also call you as civil society, continue for love your wife as you don't be done, continue forever. Because with that, we will continue to get women's empowerment. Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency and Honorable Vice President, the success of your party, at this time, you will not have been called governance leaders if it were not the astute and pragmatic efforts of our chairman, aka the movement, political movement. The chairman of the Sierra Leone People's Party, there is one thing I love him. He loved His Excellency so dearly that he could not even want to part with him for a single minute. And that side is what we respect. Because honesty in leadership is what matters. And when you occupy a space of leadership and those around you seems to be your enemies, then you will fail. Your success is because the people around you are true patriots and true subordinates. I want to leave this podium with the saying with Super Emerson in America. He said, God do not create tongues. He created every individual with his or own potential. There are certain things which the Honorable Vice President can do, which His Excellency cannot do. There are certain things which the chairman of the party, of their party, can do, which the chief minister cannot do. There are certain things which myself standing here can do, which some of you cannot do. But with the collection of all towards the same, we can collectively achieve our desired goals. The goal is what? Inclusivity in governance. We call on inclusivity in governance. We call on peace, mediation, social cohesion, peace and tranquility. We call on strong involvement, visible involvement of civil society into governance portfolio. I thank you very much. Governance portfolio. I thank you very much.
All right. Danena Alusain Komrabai Kamara. Now the Secretary General of the Civil Society them na the North. Now in them pick say, who go fend President's bill. Now you they talk. You don't talk. Now we civil society. Now you go look for work so. If forget say a worker for civil society, now for mediate. But I want some politician. Me I just want to know that paper. We keke toma game. That paper. We keke toma game. Wetin be right today? Wetin be right on that paper? Because now after, now the second paper they took on to the first one. Now after that last paper, it confused first because I think you don't know how to bring waiting and put before them. But after that, now he say let President be loving wife. I go pelele. When I get the paper, I don't know, maybe that may not be part of his script. Then I say then I begin talk. Say the president will love you, wife. He wife na fine woman. Hey. For say you forget, you go status. You dey rain all the praises. But president, but you won't forget the first lady. I know wetin be dey for that paper. Wait see. I don't know if na quick one na Yusuf Keketoma just scribble and quick say first lady. So if they try for input inside in vocabulary the way be the lambast. We civil society there. Right now. Right now, the APC say they don't mix again. SLPP, President Bio, Touran. No care say about APC. He busy, pas work. Focus. We got civil society for peace and conflict. Because now we need for see them. I see Bobby Brown they say na Alpha Can operative no sir. No. Say no to civil society look no, it don't say para. And then the Secretary General bang you bang na word. For the one in the note. Not to operative, not to say na lie, no, na in. Why they talk? Why make the one that way sit down? No frown. Why make they no boo? Why make them they clap, then they jump, then they say, yeah. What they say, forgive the work. Why make they all clap? And they hail. Next cabinet, if you begin to receive society that they take portfolio, not surprise you. So man, we done in a long bench that they say people, if you see what they frown today, say what to? We know they don't promise the second term. They don't go first, they don't go sign contract to 10GC. Now civil society back one kind side. Well, who's who they now? What two now left give? If you see what they make face today. Salute. Who that we go turn to? Like how the lie long so. You are gonna ask for motoka? See. And give them chief the motoka. But then I ask for iPad. But civil societies, we like waiting and they see they go on so. Then for able for mediate. No, they not get that. That's MD. Not get that MD. Wow. Saloon. Usa o como? Usa o digo? Juliet say they don't want iPad. What do they want? This land will like. And they have a job, you know. Like I tell you, say, yes, they need finance. Now I make you not just the jump say today no more in a civil society, not to say they work. You get for right proposal, you for know what you want. Well, people say if you know what you want, tell me they want for be politician. You forget the passion. Forget her. But this one now where I say want some politician pa we. Well, I guess now just wait for make it official anyway. Because some already where you see them, you say wait, this is a politician or a civil society? Hi. Senge say this strip. Now who is who? If President Bill wants to certify now, pardon. If just so now give me 2 nominees, we get 2 positions for now. Imagine if President Bill called it. Say, let them provide and get 2 ministerial posts for them. Yeah? It don't go funny, no go funny. Can look at civil society that it's going there. Alright. Now wait, I can't talk to President Bill. Let just yek the number small. Say President Bill, tell them let them go choose by themselves. You want give them ministerial position. Let them nominate two by themselves. Yeah. Alright. Welcome on board, Usman Tolly. What you get for we, sir?
Okay, thank you very much, AAA, and thanks to Osfred for a comprehensive analysis. I know say it don't lay the premise, but me go just make in the form of summary to what Osfred don't say. First of all, I just want quickly look at the functions of the CSOs. As you rightly say, AAA, the CSOs, the role that our country today, we expect them to be neutral. And one of the key functions of the CSOs, when are the civil service organizations, them, are for checkmate the government, for ensure, say, then check the excesses of the government, what in the government they do right and what in the government they do wrong. And also, we expect, say, that they will channel the grievance system. In other words, any grievance we the citizens get, therefore they channel them to the government, not to forgo act as praise singers to the government. We expect, say, the CSOs are for to speak the truth to power, for to tell the government the truth. We expect, say, as I say, therefore be the mouthpiece of public opinion, voting the people and think about what they go on at the country. But clearly, we don't listen to Hassan, we na the Secretary General na the North. I think it's like a calm for calm praise. It's like kind of for calm praise the government, praise the president, praise the. I mean, at this point in time, to be honest, AAA, there are a lot of issues in our country, and this is not new. We know, say, when it comes to elections, we get issues then for deal with before the elections, we get issues then for deal with during the elections, and we get issues for deal with post-elections. But this is where the function of the CSO coincide and other peaceful organizations them, other peace channels them, where we expect, say, then for inside, for ensure, say, all these different systems, we try for put them to rest. Because at the end of the day, we the citizens them, what we want at that country today, na peace. So what am I saying here? I think people then they negate their responsibility. The man we're listening to clearly will be expect, say, they come for can speak the truth, for can speak the truth to power, and the sense that if for advocate to the president, how we go able to bring peace in the country. Those are the kind of messages then we'll be expect from them, not for come make praises to the government. We all know at the moment, we all know we love the country. We love the country, and this is normal when it comes to elections, during the elections, after elections, we get any kind of tension here, we get a lot of dissatisfactions here. Yeah? And make no mistake, listeners, we country currently it polarize, it divide, and there's a lot of dissatisfaction, and there is a lot of international reservation. People, international community, then get their own reserve. Yeah? Normally, the congratulatory messages that what they expect from the international community will not get them yet. Yeah, so there's a lot of reservation. We don't go say then condemn or then they criticize what's going on at the country, but there's a lot of reservation that go on at the country right now. So this is why this is where we beg the question. Fundamentally, where are the CSOs? Where are the religious leaders? Where is the peace and cohesion committee where the president will set up? Should we have to wait till things come to worse before they intervene? As I say, these are post-election conflicts. And this is happening almost everywhere. People become dissatisfied. And I believe to a very large extent, for most governments, especially in Africa, then they set up strategies, that they put things there in place. Say, we don't expect this to happen. When this happen, what are we going to do? Yeah, put plans in place. Say, when this thing happen, this is what we are going to do. For the betterment of a country, we need peace. We need peace. And there are issues, to every problem, we get a solution. But if the people who expect for can act as independent people, neutral people, for can channel that peace day. Instead of being calm, for can speak peace. Instead of being calm, then say things, diplomatic words. This is why you need people with diplomacy, people who are tactful, come inside for can, diffuse the tension of the country, diffuse the situation of the country. Yeah? We don't want press fingers at the moment. Because at this point in time, analytically, if you press one part and left the other, I think it just they continue for divide. They continue for create that dissatisfaction between the two functions then. So what do we need? We need a CSO who are very tactful. We know what they do. We need a religious council for come inside. Although I know people are angry. Losing an election is not an easy thing. It's not as easy as you think, especially when you feel say the winner. Yeah, this is where you need people who are very tactful, very, very tactful for come inside and for can diffuse that situation. Yeah, we know that people then will say, oh, we're not going to accept that, we're not going to take this, we're not going to take that. But trust me, brother, there are ways to deal with this. Issues that will not arise way past this. Yeah, but I'm not particularly impressed with CSOs for come sing praises to the government. And that's just the continue for divide. We just need somebody where they bring the two functions then together. Find a way for bring about settlement, for bring about peace, tranquility. Believe me, AAA, I tell you one thing for sure. Although, that is the work of a leader. Yeah? They pretend as if nothing is happening at the moment. But between me and you, we know that for a government to thrive, you need peace and tranquility. Yeah? Make no mistake. Make no mistake. If they talk, but he had to go to tell and say, I need somebody out there, if it's, to mediate. You need somebody where for mediate, so that we will bring this, we will try, because we're able to bring development like a country where there's a lot of dissatisfaction, put it that way. Yeah? I listen to sorry if I'm going outside the point, but I think these are the issues. We'll talk about CSOs, we'll talk about religious leaders, we talk about other peace channels. Them. These are the issues. I listened to Alpha Khan. It was a bit diplomatic, it was a bit tactful. No matter how we person at one, you know how you will be tactful for dealing with those sort of situations. So at this point in time, I know it's very painful. I know I know there are a lot of tensions, I know a lot of divisions, but CSOs, their own functions at this time, not to forget, ask the president for job, for goodness sake. This is not the time to ask for job. The country is not as, as we expect and for be at this point in time. Also, a one-all opposition is say, we know they participate in governance. At the end of the day, it's not good for democracy. Our people need to be represented. Yeah? And they voted in whether they want for let them represent them. If those people, in whatever shape or form, you need an opposing function. You need an opposition for make democracy it thrive. And at the same time, forget an effective government. You need those checks and balances. You need for checkmate the government. Those are the issues what they look at. I'm not here to take sides at the moment. That's not not the account for APC or SRP. That's not what I'm saying here. My position now for can't talk about the peace channels then, especially those of the CSOs, where they listen to in the background, they can't label for jobs. They neglect the main functions at the moment, which is about how for channel peace in a divided country, a polarized country. That's not what we're expecting them to do. There are a lot of people and they're out there where they go help for galvanize in order for bring peace. We don't want any trouble in that country. So I will stop here. I'll give a chance to the fellow panelists. And thank you very much, AAA, and thanks to everybody with the listening. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usman Tolly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We want to say thanks to Usman Tolly. You don't tell get on small for your contribution today. I feel say the civil society then for able because I see people and they say, hey, AAA, they are the president's bill. That's what they ask for. Eh? If you not be there, well, you don't miss so. Because come Rabbi Kamara, Lusan come Rabbi Kamara, now in the CSOs then use for talk to President Bill. Then self they look for job. I make President Bill Giden portfolio, ministerial position. Yes, Alpha, what you get for we, sir?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thank you, Mr. Tolly and Usman. Fortunately for me, I get a background from a CSO, CBO, then from CBO to CSO, then from there I move up the ladder. And interestingly, I'm not surprised for see the entire group here, they perform this way. I will give you the reason. AAA, whether we like it or not, whether we want for we they praise them or we they cry them down or we want for like a pull them out of what they do. The reality now grown. If you not get any organization, that was where they fund you CBO or CSO, my brother, and at time you they waste no money you corner, whether you like it or not. In fact, if you want specialize the best speciality, NASA alone in general, it's challenging for one CSO or CBO. Whether we want for waiting and call. So for me, I'm not surprised at all. What make I say I'm not surprised? Because I have the experience. I came from a CSO or CBO background. But interestingly, that not for leave them for the do them kind here. They cause a whole chaos. All of them will go now and so now they will build them. They can label them as one political party CSO. But again, they blame them much again. Let's make they give this one for play the devil's advocate small. Then before they go to me points them. Yeah. We don't see CSO, civil society organizations, they will support the government. We see how the government give support. In fact, project upon project, so government, they get program. Now, only the CSOs, then they go. And come by talk up. I say, even for invite them, go for program, because when they invite CSO per program, they must give on a transport or stipend and they even for invite them per government programs them. Whether the fact that they pick and choose The government, the one where they organize them program and they, yeah, where they in charge, they pick and choose. Say, this CSO they blast against the government, wherever call them. Then they suffer a lot for renting office space, renting and it's huge tax for them. You cannot operate organization, CSO or CBO, without getting money. You get for pay rent for your office space. You get for renew your license, your certificate every year, renting and this. So imagine you run a whole year, you don't get any project, you don't get any funding with the car inside. Then you get for renew your license. You get for also if you get staff, you get for the pay them staff then they. Interestingly, some CSO the staff them the money that they pay some staff them. Believe me, not even reach $100, neither $50 per month. But yet still they will go all the extra mile. Not talk against government self, because the more you talk against the government, the more the final, the more they tighten the space for you. Do we think civil society then get free space? No, the one the way they challenge government. Now go back to this guy. What's his name? This young guy. We don't become. Barrister now. We talk about for them picking an Alimkoku University and Thomas More. He's waiting and do and then put on a cell. Then deal with them because it stand for the rights for the people. So we country also turn that the civil society itself not get a free space for operate, because when you stand against the government, trust me, whether you dey pray or what, I always they say whether you dey pray. You know, make I say this because we sing alone and anything we say na God. Na God, Lord, left and na God don't man come. Even when things they wrong, when for make correction, we say na God. We have nothing that they lock you up, nothing that they come up here. Yeah, nothing at the end of the day they left you back. What you cannot do if you not sober, you will come up behind government. So what's in the happen? We see the one that I don't want to call name the one the way then they support government. We sabi then the one we say in our education CSO. Yeah, you see how they waiting then call, you see waiting they talk in our corner, you see waiting they happen to in projects there. Government they sponsor them. Yeah, we don't see the other one. We say in United Nations, which they call recognized CSO. It's where they lack in chest for government. These are the ones the way down and they even when they write CSO name inside government list, say well, not call them permitting or waiting. If they voice and they say no, not call this group, not call land, they forget it, they not go ever call you. So it begs the idea that look, before she know they suffer another 5 years they can't go. You know it's all join the boat now, not go support, not go favor, not go praising government. And that's what we've just seen. Like a clear picture. Like I said, I don't want to call the CSOs, we know them when they're in our government mouthpiece right now. Now then they enjoy. If you see them jeep the way they drive na salon, you go ask if the CSO will get money for buy them kind jeep then they. But again, are they doing justice to the poor people? No. Let's just give few things about the CSO and the role of some of CSOs. Them one, now for advocate for human rights. Tell me almost CSO they advocate for human rights, national rights. Now we not go do under child place of pressure. This election will happen. So show me almost civil society able for standouts like Marcella standouts and do say the right thing. Anyone will make if they handle you. You know, we'll see the Nado for transcend the next year, 25 years, you didn't see Nado. So certain time and me I make us assassin this morning. When I see the entire thing, I just laugh. I say, oh my God, that's all people are still live on this same system, they can suffer. Because the system not be created in a level playing field, but make them able for do their job effective one. So now that make them they do all length here. You see, is it the right thing them for do? Absolutely no. They know they do the right thing, correct. But the fact remains, how then go do for sustain their offices them? How then go do for able for get projects them? Any CSO will stand against government na risk. That's what they call an risk. Because anyone where you think say this wire invoice they above, you go able for they able for get international recognition for condemn the acts of the way government they doing a bad thing there. Then go put fire behind you to the extent, even if you go renew your license, never they do again. Because the government gets enormous power. So what thing happen? People go get for definitely go down the road there for bootleg government. For let them get freedom. Make them able for let's say it's by the national cake. That's what we've seen today. Yeah, then I don't see so. Instead of the advocate for human rights, they no go do them. Instead of the advocate for lady government set priorities then for deliver service goods and services, they no go do them. Because when you stand at that position, they what them call trust me now reach the rich life now salon in general. Almost and no look me landed brother Edmond Abu. Almost and no look can sell. Is he advocating for wrong thing? No, he's advocating for the right thing. Then tell you say that one the rebel, then one we see so. Then we angry balance here, so they are we see so. Anyone they look and say we come on and do it, he need talk again in life. He need talk again. So this now a problem who gets in a salon. One want for bring go, they bring some of them here. The problem when we can get to people, one want for begin go back from and the days since Adam was a boy. The thing that went wrong from since Adam was a boy, let's correct them. No, continue for do the bad. So let's say CSOs we are not doing the right thing during the past 10, 15 years. Should we justify them with this one? No. If this one not correct right now, meaning that first one not be correct. So we need CSOs that will stand out. We need CSOs that will able for defend everything the whole day for. Yeah, imagine governments and government excesses. The CSO should be in the position for tell government reduce your wage bill. Them other get mind pardon why they seek jobs so right now. Other get mind tell President Bio like when they go they say well hey pal you don't do well but we see say your wage bill the kind way people but reduce and small. When come on I don't slap them the gear force. So why you go tell president kind thing now you control president now you did this now you did that. So we see say waiting they go on now the wrong now we did now they be the right thing for the CSOs them. Any CSO at the tell this one today. Any CSO will stand firm against government, you never reach your life. If you not be careful, your family life set. I don't give you two standard example in the country where they don't put in a cell because they stand for the right thing. Thomas More a classical example. Now some of whom they give encourage towards them. Say you know what's in? Yeah, now so come on the Edmond Abu. When fear go up, he said na life fear not for go up. He go come and give all the justifiable reason. If government not listen, he said they put people in that do before they marry. In fact, they not almost they will not see. So because the government not they create the atmosphere for civil society for thrive well, guess what in happen? I make you resident here. Because civil societies they lack the funding, they not get external funding or donors the way they fund them. You can't run an NGO without an organization without funding. Yeah, the best thing you do now for bootleg government, they all enjoy the way to others than they enjoy. Is it the right thing? Like I say, it's not the right thing, but the right thing don't become the order of the day. Now who they see so? The right thing don't become the wrong thing don't become the order of the day. So for me, it's very clear that it only takes the grace of God now for getting civil society who will stand for the people. I know they say they're not there, then they, yes. I don't give two Miss Abi. We don't want to leave Miss and they follow them live. Then get the other ones, what is C for G, but also. This is another guy they talk very, very good. We're very outstanding. But instead, if you ask him personally, if he tell you some of the challenges the way they go through, they no attack and not to one, not to two. Yeah. Now man with me and they talk personally, he say me brother, I know what they go through. Marcos, his name na Marcos. We know what is because you stand for the right thing against government, forget it Tripoli na challenge. Whether we like it or not, they no go call you pan government business. They say this why too critical about business. Why would they can't call her? If you not get sponsor now, your office space, how you able for rent office space, no especially inside tongue. So there's a lot for make we see. Then why are we for stand for credibility? We for stand for defend the right of the poor people. They go bootlick the government. I think that's my own take, sir.
Thank you very much, Alpha.
You're welcome.
Oh, I be make promise na yesterday. I look like say. Look like say the promise now all water today. Cause me self I want come out here. I don't begin fireworks society. You don't. Eh? You don't fireworks done. You get after fireworks party. Today on, I go be a me. Eh, Bokuman be facing another day. I tell this phone say no to now. They don't start to say there. There is see no more now. We ask question just now. Come ask say talk to no more. The first time way you come na the United States. I be receive the fireworks. Talk to. You not scared? Eh? You not take your mind goes on side? The first fireworks we witness, even though yes, you go, you know what's in the happen, but the sound. One man they are like, hee, I take for the video. Eh? How you been feel that in the? No go fast safe. Who let them be in a tongue with an open that place that client town, how they call themselves? I be there for be. Never did it not cry again. With an open client town. After then Chinese then can make it. They not tell the community self saying that they did the open. Who they no invite we self. Gonna for me be there. And then begin Lego fireworks. Hey! If you see where for be scatter, no kidding. If you see where is scatter that day, who that they run for go collect them picking there, up and down, when I saw the place confuse you. Because we not used to, and then not be tell we. Say then they do fireworks. But me, at the triple L harvest for me, they do amo. It's not like no tongue with it, me. Eh? But I keep left and so 1, 2. It give fun at them village like when the momo like triple stop. Wait. Yeah? Seriously though. Yes, Umar, what you get for you, sir?
Well, I just want to piggyback. I want to tell the previous speaker them very thank you. I want to piggyback with Mr. I'll make very good statement or very good submission because you remember back then you can get people in a salon within the bills for rent and give CSO them or NGO them. So man the bill to the wait for rent and give NGO. So then they serve because how they serve in the get money they not through United Nations or whatever, not to an individual, somebody be the just pro to. So that money then they after Corona, even them white NGO then foreign NGO then some be they get them money because then some they have built the system. Wouldn't they take them money then they can salon. Now they be the rent apartment then we they don't rent and done. The next man when a Australia you be miles away for let yourself able to rent the same thing. Because now you people have to look for let them rent give you apartment in dollars. So that money that they know they gain. Then another one now will get to civil society. We say now would that they pay them because they all get different organizations that we attach to the West or outside of Sierra Leone. How did they get the money? Now president, that the government they give them they give them jobs them, that they give them I don't know. Now they give them projects them. Now they make money. Me not even know how them guys and they make money. I mean, first of all, now international is diplomat them or international company them or United Nations or other foreign companies them or foreign entity them. Now then they sponsor them because we they see even foreign NGOs. So then they need to make better money. And the thing is, me simply I not get problem if they support because they're certain a human being. Then get the right for belong na a political party if they want. As long as they don't take that and make that interfere with the job waiting to do. That's what it happen. That lady when press secretary for Biden right now, that black one, now being some kind of a contributor on CNN. If you don't work for CNN, what Biden win after the first one went higher, now higher that black lady. And then it'll be the talk most of the time that they contribute on CNN. So me, I not see saying a big deal. The only thing is whether they come with their job here or whether they give it, they will differentiate the job and the political party where they affiliate themselves with or where they get card with. Then they mix everything, like within alphabet they say. Then people and they will be more vibrant during the time with APC begin a power. Now Mambo and Sano, he dey talk to a pitch for you. The way when they talk, he dey holla like me now. He dey talk to one pitch for you. The other one back na the Mambo. Now na Mambo he dey see the talk. Mambo become now like say that in the press as attaché for Maraville. Mambo they make video now all the talk like say like say he forget himself. Like say he completely forget say in a civil society person. But now so then guy look up until Obi the hook na AYB. Because I know say now that lady when the deputy minister of foreign affairs now Mamadi Gobe now the inventor. You know, I do believe that Mamadi Gobe na help him forget that job because up until he always talk to Mamadi Gobe na inventor. So when he said get job, some drag up. Mamadi Gobe is a journalist. You know, so they not the problem with that. The only thing is, like I said, they don't know what thing they do. And to be honest, that make up the action just no job nothing. Because maybe if not jobs they delay, they on a way then people are like say themselves, they don't know how to think outside of the box for create job for themselves, for do things that will bring income. Like say nobody don't know. If you not get government job or company not come will bring job, you don't get any other job. So when government comes in, now the only employer now, especially Sierra Leone to be precise, the only single employer right now, now Sierra Leone, now government. So you go blame them guy here. But again, we the people when we get genuine civil society people, but because they need to sing to return or they need to say something when we left now we own party, and they go and this same Masala Samba before people and they go against them. When Masala Samba they need to talk again. Masala Samba they need to talk again. We say they all don't go high. We've been hearing in this show. They don't give a brown envelope. Masala Samba they don't give a brown envelope. Now the same Masala Samba now we hear so today now. Oh Masala Samba say the truth. But the thing is, again, I they go to without the brotherland. Not to say we want to go back. We need to go back. But when something bad, it create a lot. When you the charm, you get one granite where you charm way bad, you repeat all the other one because it make you want to beat yourself. So now we they see so because they take all the power. Do you know that constitution? Now they give to one person. That one person then they run the show. So if you go talk, you can have like Thomas More way it be vibrant. What happened? Maybe not to matter you send themselves, but they just arrest the people for no reason. They make life miserable for them. You know, that they do. This same Marcelo Samba, I don't know if it's true. We see something on social media. Not to do with them one arrest them. Maybe that somebody give them a code and say, hey, then people that they cook for you, try like that. But now the same Marcella somebody, so I know who the hell are now. We know them. Whether they bash the lady, we say the Marcella somebody, they, but how people then go talk? When we get government, when a one person, now then give all the power. You tell that person they are do something. They're not like the way we tell her do, no problem. So that make me, I really blame them too much. Now, the way then they do the things, if there's absolutely no problem, no day, for let them be a party member, be APC or SLPP. Then you're right, they get that right day. But the way they mix that right day to be a party member with the job what they do, now make a problem with. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Umar. Lately, I don't see people in the call for this way Lamin Denke say. I just want to clarify something here. We'll lock out Ezekiel first. Yes, Ezekiel, what you get for we, sir?
Thank you so much, Triple A. Thank you all the panelists and all say all what you really necessary for be saying about how things they go. I think we'll just continue for encourage with people and definitely go back with things that they do, let them continue for do for themselves. Because everything get foundation, and we already know the story. If the foundation not good, and not care which tower you build, a matter of time you get for countdown. And so the moral guarantors we will be the look up to religious council, we the your employment now for lead ministries, So then we know they expect them for let them expect handouts, for let them be moral guarantors of the community, of the society, and we don't get them already before as a group, But when them fail for take their stand in areas where they need for take their stand, or if then take the stand when government come down heavily on them for squash them out, time they come when they need them, they work. Because the reality is, hey, nobody no get answer to everything. You no go ever become a master on everything. Never. It no go ever happen in your life. America, they no mastery on everything. They still depend on the world for let them get answers to things the way than they do. No matter how this praise all they praise them. Oh, America, look, we get everything. My dear, we not get everything. We not get everything. The reason why they all over the world now because they not get all what they need for hold this country up. And when you forget that as a leader, all the people away that they now the country way that they help society way that they talk now for let things happen, for let them talk and that for let something happen, so that you way they lead the country, the engine will continue for turn around. But you turn around every time they say truth, you force them for let them reverse that truth today. Time will come, they all they shut up. For saying that they would now, everybody they see the truth. People and they die. Nobody not get mind talk, because if you talk, they put you in a place where you're not supposed for day. We all they talk now and advise all the time for let the war not happen again in our country, and would they still go? They continue for pray on that and encourage on that. But when you shut down areas that people are waiting good at their community, waiting for stop things that way they begin for germinate, then they all fold their hands, they sit down, and you get a wild young community where they say soup. All man they take stick, all man they take this. Government, please. Some things then they way people and then as society way there for contribute, and you're not going to contribute if you not talk the truth in that particular space. Because when you talk about religious leader, right now, anybody where they try for talk as a religious leader, and then all of a sudden they favor government. All of a sudden it become a nonsense religious leader in a community. You no go see her now, but behind, way back in the community, it get fulfilled and we go. Because they know, say, waiting you go talking and nonsense. Because when you never left the truth, all the sudden when people and they suffer, and you they go and talk something where it don't make sense. And religious leader na moral, na they depend pa. The one that way then they preach to or way then they talk to, then they look them at people and way then they tell the truth. And all of a sudden you force them into politics and then go talk lie, it demoralize them, not their society. So as a result, some of them then just they shut up. And when that happen, things that begin for boil underneath, one day they explode. No matter how we talk nice, no matter how we do nice, if we fail for uphold the truth in some areas, not obviously it will ever be truth in all cases in government. But man, when it's so vivid, we all man they see it. Please make some adjustment and allow people for exercise a little bit of liberty. For tell you say this side we need for make adjustment. If we not do them, I mean they always make that on Saturdays make that story. You wait there in a community, you they do very well. Everybody around you they feel the hunger, and you build fence make a high. But every day you they party inside the fence, and everybody else around you, it almost die hunger. Time go come, they come together. That fence is going down, and you get for no which side go. If you not fortify yourself for defend yourself, then go come for everything because they have no other choice. Lord, we not reach that space. Please allow people for exercise some liberty because now they will help you in areas where you're not able for help. Areas where you not go able for talk, where they not go listen to you. Because remember, this election, you only have 56%. That means 44 was against your plan. And so you get for find we have for bring them. And that now, I just they talk about ECSL results. Some people will say otherwise. But please, Lord, we allow people for bring some truth to certain area so that we country go run at a peaceful solution. If we not do them, no matter how we talk sweet, because people and they feel pain inside, time will come, then go explode. Lord, we not reach that point. Please. And young people and everybody, as I talked before election, you been the sell, election done, they know who can't give you anything. Go back for let you go sell so that you go continue for provide for your family. Go back to your work and continue for provide for your family. Everybody else where they fight for, you know who can't give you for change your life forever. You get you for take care of yourself. Obviously, we all the fight for Lord. We get the foundation laid by government in areas where they for laid so that you go do what you need for do. But overall, now you still get for make the decision for help yourself. So not forget that. Try for exercise that. Stay peaceful and wait. Waiting will lead us that they do for little peace. We will all get a peaceful country. Because what they do right now, if peace not there, you're not going to able to do them. You will worry about you picking them. You will worry about everything around you. So no matter how things get difficult right now, Lord, focus on how we will make yourself better instead of you engaging anything unlawful. We will cause problem for you and your family. Thank you so much, Triple. God bless we all.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel. Yes, friend, what you get for we, sir?
Yeah, thanks Triple A for talk we through and bring topics now who important to we na salon, and thanks to we listeners that we with we. Regarding these civil service organizations in our salon, we know again say the civil service here na like an NGO because they different type. But the NGOs then na salon because of whatever laws you can see them still they can separate a bit from CSO. Mostly CSO they can monitor. But the area where you like say CSO then and if don't be mediator, brokers, explain, be like a barrier if we're able to protect the citizen them, within the need for get and how then they get them, like how him the man will be they give in speech, so they talk. But looking at Salonian setup, we know the culture we'll get. We know the type of lifestyle we don't undergo in terms of whatever thing we don't go through. Because now from there we see NCSO they are come up in terms of that Ebola, landslides, the civil war. So from there now we see them crop up for make a lot to now there are about 52 CSOs. But waiting at the structure where they want for bring inside and the way where they want for involve into politics or get a portfolio, you know we see them they go beyond boundaries. But you get different advantage where no boku for bring the disadvantage down. But the disadvantage them more is the areas them with waiting with tradition, with laws, and with policy them. Because when we still talk of the CSO, then they get a lot who say actually democracy day, they forget a lot when they play a part in policy making. But now more of information than they bring to the government, and then they take information where any institution where the government don't give say gonna go do, therefore work with them. If not agriculture, if not transport, if not road security, if whatever thing we talk about for people in life, because you talk of society, what you make of the society. So you get for look at in different way, but what in that affect society and the community now so una they can bring them here. But it's a lot for them who come say they want to sit in the parliament, as they say the disadvantage they get for begin look from the money speech. Otekande, he talk about say they get different expertise, which is true, and each organization can get different expertise. How they understand small body climate. If you study about that, how we understand about water, about fishing, about transport, about road traffic, the environment. Picking the right about whatever thing now, agriculture, something we specialize or the health, you get some ideas then they. But when you get for ask them why now say una can a parliament and not to all them why they go give. So in other words, then they tell we say they want waiting na not to deputy, but na like a deputy ministry. Because each year so therefore get a ministry. Because if you say now we bring one CSO, in specialized pan agriculture, in they talk about agriculture, how farmers and they need for let them get the help. Waiting in only go able for can talk for the other one them. Then the other one then go ask again, well, we self one for can talk about the health. So you begin to see the one man get for the channel. We get for the go get idea in there, you get idea so the in a parliament now for can talk about health, for can talk about this, for can talk about this. So it go be difficult if they actually be don't think twice. The idea is good. Now along left then advantage, some of them disadvantage, and they now what in the government we don't do for the past 2 years, and we don't advocate through Center for Accountability and the Rule of Law, UNACAL. Then we don't get the Irish aid, we don't give them for let them go review because they may get the development cooperative framework where government be don't do in terms of the NGO there and then policy. But the Irish aid we don't give a small thing through CAL, then carry the document Una Francis Kaikai received in June last year, but towards the end of last year, November, we see where the Speaker of Parliament launched office, where a CSO office wouldn't get a kind of a spot or a desk, then call it a desk. So, but this desk now no what it comprise of. They actually give them guidelines and so on and so forth. What them bring, what them before don't day. Oh, we say we don't they talk here. What them they now the government now. What them they set like an eye, just like what them they talk say the journalists themselves then get the number and so on. But here they been get a desk. But the desk now I don't know what it entails. Even then give them a list about 4 compartments with about 8 teams, but about 4 areas they would revise. But then come on a parliament was making it closer. So they come on a parliament now with wanting a seat and a portfolio and demands and for be a voice for the government, and they're not telling me about checking the cries of the citizens, what then go put together and bring them as information to the government. Though they say they go look what the government they do if people and they get her. But some of the things there, not to waiting the government can do, because now a policy where we make sometimes we will fit a project where either they don't write, but maybe you know meet the needs of those people. So now there you they say now, well, likewise again, one day sit, so it will become easier. Then we able to they pull them guys there, will know what's in at the ground. So we'll bring them come, now that one day will become a policy. But if you say now what's in they take for let and go give, most of the time now a rough donors or sometimes na a project or some other areas. So you bring again to the point, say, why they not go accept the desk now? Well, maybe if you say that for don't help them, then what did them before don't do? We don't say they know they get money and then they get like for a charity like thing. But most of the time, if you get for C, then they get regular help from the EU and the Irish, because now one part of the groups that we recognize the CSOs as the NGOs them back with them work. They're really interested in that area there. So what did them before don't do? Like in Ghana, I mean they watch that program. Join News this few days. Just this very program was that in the interview Ramaswari. That Join News, what did they tell you about the African Family Business Summit? And this African Family Business Summit, what did they do? Rockefeller, they help the farmers. But now the CSOs now they're able to manage all this kind of structure, create something and bring it to the nation and help. Rather than you go to the policies that way, you know they get chance for let you change, then you want to go get from there for say like go get a voice. But the area is how they go able for avoid this duplication and how all of these voices were talented go able to get a portfolio. If they will get a portfolio, that means all the ministries them or all the areas that one of them 52 CSO they will get a salon outside them go able for adjust for let then go able for go fit in. So you know what be one portfolio. If it be one portfolio, then still they're not go able to succeed because that one man they go give for carry all those aspects that we in the talk so we not talent. That's now one of the things them. We don't see them actually recently the whole meeting because then get what them call Laro keep long West African Civil Society Institute. They get them. We don't see some few people and go up on the meeting, which was the 27th. Then all what they decide now this conflict, the conflict of the issue of the one na Senegal. We get even the ladies. I think one salon lady they want Aisha Dabo when one of the panelists them. Then get so but the point is then they try to get their voice how they go help the conflict resolution. So all man get in area where it fit. But when you begin come closer to the government, there is a point wherein one they not all be talk though. Now one man get for go talk with if not teacher union business they talk where you get for they ask some question they one go talk about health, would that go show me this. But they then go able to do one, but the point is how it will be effective in other words in terms of delivering. So now then they I only hope say they not go begin the act like I can say. Now you they say you are a peacekeeping force or you want to be a broker, but the broker you they come closer to the one where you for don the question, where you for don the try for say, I want for query you for know what you do for the citizens. Then you now they can last like a last protective barrier. So that when the citizen and they cry now, you don't come closer, but when you come closer, for now you could become easily carried away with the type of politics where they are West Africa, they will still they try for this and put apart the NGO, then when they go neutral, the CSO then go neutral, but as they begin affiliate, then they will begin to get voice for vote. You don't even see even among the CSOs again, what are the unity, what they between them, when they make decision. You see IGR with the other one and they say, well, where IGR they do the survey, they not be include them. So because of benefits, you see this they talk, so some of them they function, some of them they help. But when they come for let them go be an umbrella of delivery, then that question they will ask, so now will be a last barrier for say when this is in a one for move now for can say when one for the voice here now una they defend now the government. So now that one they will not want like because we see in practice where people in the Canada the air where some of them are the last defense instead of them they get the feeling of the problems of the season. Whether one day no can work now, then we'll say, well, let we do the other pattern for protect the now, so that we'll not go again to the season, no defend now, nobody know can anything will come up for the favor of the government, we get for stand with them, what they do with mathematics, what they do with statistics. But when it come out to the statistics of the people and what they suffer now, where you go able to amplify them, now that one they can every day na the media, when they do that thing, they are pulling the media, but you can the media only when there is an internal dispute in terms of a policy or a decision, or like this era who don't get now for let change from one government to the country another, the sixth parliament, all they have after they had institutions, then like therefore look how then they operate. It's a lot to them therefore do. But the idea of having a portfolio, it will work for the person daily, but it not will work for all their voices there. We get different talents and different areas when they look into the society, how they will able to channel her, or else then they tell me say then therefore be deputy them. One are deputy A and deputy B for each ministry where they're related for work with. So that's not the only thing we they see. So they wouldn't give them 1 inch, then they go back another mile, because if they don't give them a desk, now they want to move further. But moving further is moving further with solutions where the problem of development will come. Thank you so much. Now we'll get a building of a conscious and a vibrant civil society then we will able for amplify the citizens' needs. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Welcome, yes, sir.
All right. Lamine Denke, they say Tripoli need for bring women for contribute on economic, social, and political issues for the balance. When we the open phone line, we not ever stop woman for call, not to so. You get for be a regular caller, for be a panelist naya. Yeah? So they go to win it, say, oh, they are not take part. No, you want to take part. If we say this easy, for the guy every day for can talk, you know it's you. Yeah? You have to be somebody that want to do it. You have to be somebody that want to partake. You have to be somebody that want to call every day when we're here, so that we'll be able to pick you out, say, oh, okay, we'll go talk to you behind this and say, you want to join me? That's what they do now. Because not to the first time person not the talker. Yeah? I just want to let you know that. You have to believe in what we do here. And want for take part. And feel free for the call and be part. They will go knocking at you the most. But other than that, my brother, my sister, now we this so. We don't none for today. We'll go there back tomorrow. I really want to open the phone line. But yeah, you don't see judiciary of Salone. Eh? The judiciary of Salone. Then don't reply to APC that then call. Eh? I'm tired. These guys are for staying, they waste them. We go see, sometimes go bring guy. Me, I want to go watch fireworks, yeah? We go there back tomorrow.